Okay, so for to-do number 4, we're going to write a loop that asks for a name continuously until the user enters the word done. At the end of that loop, it's going to print all the names that were entered, and we're going to practice using a string accumulator pattern. So the string that I'm going to be accumulating is names. So I'm going to go names equals, and I'm going to start it as an empty string. So the accumulator pattern, we always start with an empty string, start with, or an empty variable, an empty string. If we were accumulating a number, we would start with like 0. Or if we were accumulating a list, we would start with an empty list. But this one's asking for a string, so we're going to start with that. And then we're going to create an infinite loop. So we're going to say while true. So inside this loop, we're going to take some input. I'm going to call it next name, variable next name equals, and we're going to use the input function to ask the user to enter a name. Enter a name. Oh, enters the word. Okay, so enter a name, and now I need to check if that name was, if the thing that they typed in was done, then I want the program to stop. So I would say like if next name is equal to done, then I want to stop this infinite loop so that it doesn't run forever. And then otherwise, we're going to say next name plus equals. So if they didn't type in done, we're going to add whatever they entered, which would be next name. Now, that looks pretty good. I think this should work. Let's go ahead and test it and see how it works. I guess to be able to test it, we need to, after the loop is done, we're going to print names, which should be all of the names added together. Oh, I see I have a mistake here. Next name plus equals next name. All right, let's run it anyways. We'll see what happens. Print, I'm going to say enter name. Let's go Doug. And then, I don't know, Joanne. And then, I don't know, Brandy. And then Stacy. And then I'll say done. Hit enter to continue. Oh, so it didn't do anything. It's just trying to move on to my next thing. So what happened here was the thing that I'm started with, names, is what I'm supposed to be adding to. So names is what I need to be adding all of those names to, not next name. Next name, it should be names plus equals next name. All right, I think that should work. Let's try it again. All right, so this time I'm gonna say like Bob, Al, Charlie, and then done. Done should make that loop stop, and now I get Bob, Al, Charlie. This doesn't look great because there's no spaces between them. So a lot of times when we're doing this string accumulator pattern, every time we add a name, we'll just add like a space character so that at least there's a space between those names. So I can try that again, run it. Bob, Charlie, Alice, Sam, Tom, Harry, done. And so now I can see all of the names that I entered are, they have spaces in between. That looks pretty good. All right, I think that's pretty good for this to-do number 4. Practice using a string accumulator pattern. Okay.